Let me tell you something, people. It ain't easy being green unless you're Gerald. I'm preaching that one all through now because you came out, Gerald Green. First of all, welcome to the Biscayne Bayside Studio. Hopefully this is one of many conversations we have this season here at home. But you came out of the box on fire. First of all, I'm going to tell you your very first official Miami Heat appearance. We've talked about this before. I will tell the home viewer. It was Heat Camp, and you blew the socks off my boys. Okay, so first of all, the Jackson boys were like, listen, Gerald Green is the truth. He came in here dunking on people, blocking shots, all at Heat Camp. You came off the plane right from out of the country, right?
Yeah, I actually came from Guam, man. It was a good experience. Me and actually J.R. Smith from the Cavaliers had went to Guam for a camp, and it was a pretty good experience.
So you get off the plane from Guam, you knock out the kids, so you already got Heat Nation at the grassroots level. You come in through training camp and the preseason and go wild, and then your first regular season game didn't start offensively the way that people had become accustomed to Gerald Green going. What in you allows you to keep going even when the O stays in the field goals made column longer than you wanted to?
Well, man, my teammates and my coaches, man, I mean, constantly throughout practice, throughout the games, wherever, they're always encouraging me. I cannot take a shot in practice and they like, nah, that's what you do. We need you to be aggressive. We need you to score. And so I know some nights I might start off a little slow. Some nights I might make shots, but as long as I can put a lot of energy on the defensive end, then we okay.
As I tell Coach all the time, it's the offense that's sexy, but it's the defense that wins these games. What changed for you all in the second and third quarter defensively that got you all back in this contest in position to win?
Well, you know, I think we was doing a lot more communicating. We was getting back on defense, and they was making tough shots, but I think at the end of the day, we was making it tougher, and that's all you can ask for. Obviously, you know, we can kind of get away from getting those guys in the penalty early. That hurt us in the fourth quarter. Those guys in the penalty really early, so they was able to get points on the board just off cheap fouls for us. But I think if we just stay solid like we was doing towards the beginning of towards the end of this first half and the beginning of the second half, I think we'll be okay.
As I'm sure you've learned in just a few months around here, defense is the tip of the spear.
Absolutely.
It's the middle of it, it's the backside as well. And the excellence that you all had defensively coincided with you all getting rolling offensively, particularly you, as we take a look at some of the pictures, which are awesome, by the way, of your offensive night. How does that work for folks that are just trying to understand that connection in basketball?
Well, I mean, defense win games. I think that's what coach is preaching at us. I mean, just defensively, man, just get after guys, and offense will come. You know, we're so talented offensively. We just move the ball, get the ball going from side to side. Things are going to happen. It's defensively. We get stops. It's more opportunities for us to score, more opportunities for us to get out in the break and do our thing.
You guys were hiding the three-point shot during the preseason. I understand that was an okie doke because you guys end up with your 5 made, by the way, with 12 and a great percentage. You talked about the movement of the ball. I imagine that's the critical aspect of being successful from the edge.
Yes, sir. I mean, like I said, we got a lot of talented players on this team. I mean, from all the way from the first player to the last player. So if you just be ready to shoot, have your hands cocked, and the ball get to swinging, it's going to come back to you, and just be ready to knock it down.
You've had more than one opening night, so how awesome is it still?
Oh,
how
man,
awesome is it? Listen, you were already smiling before I got the question out.
Nah,
it's still fun.
This one is fun, man. Just the atmosphere here that the Heat fans bring. This organization, just a top-notch organization. The city is just, I mean, the city makes you so crunk you'll run through a brick wall. I mean, I just, you know, I'm just very proud to be wearing this jersey.
You don't have to do that, by the way. Do not run through brick walls. By the way, they're knocking them all down. The development's crazy around here. In pregame, we shared the story of you and your teammates getting together out in California. By the way, for those of you that tweeted and thought that I thought it was the Colorado, state of Colorado. It's the Colorado Desert was my point, connecting with the Mojave Desert to create Joshua Tree Park. I did some analysis and looking.
That's good work right there.
I appreciate
that's good work right there, bro.
With that being said, we heard the craziness about the scorpions and whatnot. What did you take away from that experience?
Man, don't sleep on the floor at Joshua's tree. Shoot, man, they got big scorpions out there. But you know what, man, that was a great experience. I mean, just from
the bonding.
That bonding is leading on to where we at now. You know, I think guys are really close. We're all close, but I mean that Joshua Tree kind of did something for us, and you know, not just the guys that didn't go, but the guys that did go. I mean, we're all, you know, that's just a bond that we'll never be able to take away. I will never forget that experience for the day I die. I'm
gonna let you run, but before I do, you mentioned you and J.R. Smith are close. We'll see the Cavs coming up on Friday. We'll fly up there. When you guys play one-on-one, that has to be something loose. That has to be some fun stuff. Like a couple shots get up. I imagine.
A lot of shots.
Who wins? Who wins?
You know, I'm never gonna doubt myself. I'm never gonna doubt myself ever. But I do respect him a lot as a person on the court and off the court. So you know, anything go. But I'm always gonna take myself.
All right. Might be a little head-to-head action coming up on Friday night in Cleveland. Without a doubt.
Appreciate it, my man.
Gerald Green, thank you so much for coming by. Big round of applause for Gerald Green there, the studio audience. See? This is how we do you here, baby. Oh yeah. Come on, man. Regional cable television does it, without a doubt.